Stop this video right now if you enjoy sleeping in, hitting snooze, and living a comfortable, forgettable life. Because what I'm about to tell you is not motivational fluff. It's a brutal truth. While most men are unconscious at 5 in the morning, we're scrolling, dreaming, wasting. The dangerous ones are already winning the day. Not with luck, with discipline. This routine doesn't make you feel good. It makes you unstoppable. And once you adopt it, everything changes. Your body, your status, your leverage, your future. Drop a fire in the comments if you've ever told yourself, "I'll start tomorrow," and tomorrow never came. Be honest. This is where the weak stop and the serious begin. Chapter 1. The discipline gap that keeps men weak. There is a reason most men never rise above average. It's not intelligence, it's not talent, it's not opportunity, it's discipline. More specifically, morning discipline. Machiavelli understood something modern men desperately avoid. Power is built before the world is watching. He didn't write about comfort, he wrote about control. And control begins with controlling yourself. Before sunrise, before excuses, before emotions get a vote. Here's the uncomfortable reality. Most men wake up reactive. Their phone tells them how to feel. Their inbox decides their priorities. Other people's demands hijack their attention. By the time the day starts, they've already lost. Now, picture the opposite. A man who wakes up before the world. No notifications, no noise, no distractions, just silence, intention, and execution. That's not a productivity hack, that's dominance. Machiavelli warned rulers that those who fail to prepare in private will be humiliated in public. And nothing exposes a man faster than a weak morning. Let's talk pain points. Because if you're watching this, you feel them. You start projects and abandon them. You know what you should do, but you don't do it consistently. You feel capable of more, but trapped in cycles of laziness, distraction, and regret. And the worst part? You watch less capable men pass you, not because they're better, but because their discipline, that burns. Here's the truth most won't admit. Motivation is useless. Feelings are unreliable. Willpower is finite. Only systems win. And the most ruthless system ever created is the early morning routine. Not because 5 a.m. is magical, but because it forces you to do what weak men refuse. Act before comfort. Machiavelli believed men reveal their true nature when no one is watching. At 5 in the morning, there is no audience, no validation, no applause, only you and your standards. That's why this hour separates leaders from followers. Now picture this scenario. It's 5 a.m., your alarm goes off. Old you hits snooze, negotiates, tells himself he deserves rest. New you sits up immediately. No debate, no emotion. Feet on the floor. That single decision sends a message to your nervous system. I am in control. And control compounds. This isn't about waking early to brag. It's about identity. Every morning you obey yourself. You build trust with yourself. Every morning you break promises. You reinforce weakness, and weakness doesn't stay in the morning. It bleeds into everything. Your body, your work, your relationships, your confidence. Machiavelli wrote that men become contemptible when they appear indecisive and soft. Nothing creates indecision faster than an undisciplined start. Let me give you a quick tactical win you can use tomorrow. When your alarm goes off, do not think. Thinking creates negotiation. Negotiation creates delay. Delay creates defeat. Instead, use this rule. Movement before thought. Sit up, stand, drink water. That's it. Action first, emotion later. Now another. Before touching your phone, write down one objective that moves your life forward. Not 10. 1. This trains focus. And focus is power. Here's the part no one tells you. Waking early doesn't just make you productive, it makes you dangerous. Because while others are asleep, you're accumulating advantage. Physically, mentally, strategically, you're building a gap, and gaps turn into dominance. Pause for a second. If you weren't fully focused just now, rewind. Because this is the line that separates weak men from disciplined ones. If you can't control your mornings, you will never control your life. Let that sink in. Machiavelli knew that power isn't seized in moments of chaos. It's constructed in moments of order. And 5 a.m. is order. No distractions, no excuses, no witnesses. Just execution. But here's the mistake most men make. They wake up early and waste it. They scroll. They check messages. They drift. That's not discipline. That's just insomnia. Chapter 2. The Machiavelli 5 a.m. Protocol. How discipline becomes power. Now listen carefully, because waking up at 5 a.m. alone doesn't make you elite. Structure does. Machiavelli didn't believe in random effort. He believed in deliberate order. Every action had a purpose. Every habit built leverage. This chapter is where boys quit and disciplined men lean forward. I'm going to give you the exact Machiavellian framework for the 5 a.m. routine. Not motivational nonsense, not influencer habits, but a system designed to harden you psychologically. The moment you wake up, comfort becomes your enemy. Warm bed, soft light, slow movement. That's how weakness negotiates its way back in. Machiavelli warned that indulgence creates dependency, and dependency destroys power. So the first rule is brutal by design. Within 5 minutes of waking, cold water on your face, or a cold shower, or immediate physical movement. Why? Because discomfort teaches obedience. You're not proving toughness to anyone else. You're training your nervous system to respond, not hesitate. Psychologically, this matters more than you realize. Studies on stress adaptation show that controlled discomfort early in the day increases stress tolerance later. Translation: you become harder to shake. Weak men avoid discomfort, powerful men schedule it. Machiavelli understood something modern men forget. A weak body produces a weak mind. That's why the second phase is movement. Not scrolling, not planning. Movement. This doesn't mean 2-hour workouts. It means intentional physical exertion. Push-ups, running, weights, mobility. Why early? Because your body obeys commands best before excuses wake up. When you train at 5 a.m., you're sending a message. I don't need motivation. I move because I decide. That identity shift is massive. Here's the forbidden truth. Most men wait to feel ready. Powerful men move while unready. And here's the psychological edge. Physical. Exertion increases dopamine sensitivity. That means discipline feels rewarding instead of draining. So by 6 a.m., you've already done what 90% of men won't do all day. That creates status. Even if no one sees it yet, pause right now. If you skip this part of the routine, nothing else matters, because this is where discipline turns into dominance. After movement comes silence. No music, no podcasts, no notifications, just you and your thoughts. Machiavelli believed rulers failed when they drowned in noise, advisors, opinions, emotions. Silence is where strategy is born. This phase is for writing, planning, thinking in long horizons. Ask yourself, what one move today gives me leverage tomorrow? Not busy work, not urgent nonsense. Leverage. Most men never think strategically because their lives are too loud. Silence restores hierarchy. You over impulses, logic over emotion. And here's the part Machiavelli never wrote directly, but practiced relentlessly. Silence also builds mystery. Men who speak less and act more are harder to read, harder to manipulate, harder to predict. That's power. Now comes the execution phase. Choose one task that moves your life forward in a measurable way. Not 10 goals, not a to-do list, one mission. Machiavelli warned that scattered force is weak force. When you do the hardest, most meaningful task first, you win the psychological war early. Even if the rest of the day collapses, you've already advanced. This trains a lethal habit. You stop fearing important work. Fear thrives on delay. Action kills it. And this is where most men fail. They check messages first. They give their best energy to other people's agendas. Powerful men reverse that order. You serve your mission before the world's demands. No dopamine hits yet. No social media. No junk food. No entertainment. Why? Because Machiavelli understood that men ruled by pleasure are easily ruled by others. Delaying reward increases self-respect, and self-respect is the foundation of authority. When you prove daily that you can deny yourself, you stop craving approval. That's when people feel your presence without you speaking. Here's what's happening beneath the surface. You're rewiring your brain to associate discipline with identity, not punishment, not struggle. Identity. You become the man who does hard things early. And that reputation, first internal then external, creates gravity. People trust you more, respect you more, follow you more, not because you demand it, because discipline radiates. Chapter 3. Locking the Identity. How the 5 a.m. discipline reshapes your life. This is where everything either collapses or becomes permanent. Most men fail not because they lack discipline, but because they don't protect the identity discipline creates. Machiavelli knew this well. Power is not built once. It is maintained through consistency, image, and control. This chapter is about turning the 5 a.m. routine into something irreversible. A transformation so deep that even if motivation disappears, your behavior doesn't. Here's the brutal truth. Motivation is a liar. It shows up when life is easy and vanishes the moment discomfort returns. Machiavelli despised reliance on emotion. He trusted systems, so your routine must become ritual. Same wake-up time, same first action, same sequence. Why? Because rituals remove decision-making. You don't wake up and decide to be disciplined. You execute because that's who you are. Psychologically, rituals bypass resistance. The brain stops asking, "Do I feel like it?" and starts saying, "This is what we do." That's when discipline becomes effortless, and therefore dangerous. Let me warn you now. Around day 5 to day 10, something strange happens. Your mind starts negotiating. You've earned rest. You can start tomorrow. This is extreme. That voice is not intuition. It's the old identity fighting for survival. Machiavelli understood that power transitions are violent, even internal ones. So expect fatigue, doubt, emotional swings. This is not failure. This is confirmation. You're dismantling a weaker version of yourself. Here's the key move. When resistance appears, do not argue with it. Execute anyway. Action silences doubt faster than logic ever could. Pause. If you push through this phase, your life splits into 2 timelines. One where you stayed average, one where you became disciplined and therefore untouchable. Choose carefully. This is where Machiavelli's philosophy becomes lethal. Do not announce your routine. Do not explain your discipline. Do not preach. Silence amplifies transformation. People notice change faster than words. Your posture improves. Your energy sharpens. Your reactions slow. And slowly, something shifts. People stop challenging you casually. They listen more closely. They sense control. Powerful men don't demand respect. They behave in ways that make disrespect uncomfortable. Silence protects your edge. Discipline is fragile in a hostile environment. Machiavelli warned that even strong rulers fall if surrounded by corrupt influences. So audit your environment ruthlessly. Late nights, reduce them. Disrespectful company, distance yourself. Digital noise, eliminate it. You don't need perfection. You need alignment. Your environment should make discipline easier, not heroic. This isn't weakness, it's strategy. Now comes the payoff. Discipline changes how you carry yourself, and how you carry yourself changes how the world treats you. You stop oversharing. You stop chasing validation. You stop reacting emotionally. That restraint reads as authority in work, in relationships, in conflict. People sense that you're not desperate for approval, and that makes them curious. Respect grows quietly. This is how disciplined men rise, not loudly, not dramatically, but undeniably. By now, the routine isn't just something you do. It's who you are. You wake before the world, you move while others hesitate, you think while others react. That gap compounds. Weeks turn into months, months turn into dominance. And the most dangerous part? You stop needing external motivation entirely. You become self-directed. That is the ultimate Machiavellian advantage. Remember how this video started. Most men wake up already defeated. You don't have to be one of them. Discipline at 5 a.m. isn't about waking early. It's about taking control before the world tries to take it from you. If this video sharpened something in you, hit like. If you're committed to building a disciplined, unshakable life, subscribe. And comment, discipline, if tomorrow morning starts differently for you. Because once you master yourself, nothing else can control you. Rewatch this, execute, and become dangerous.